Have you ever noticed how everything feels harder after a bad night's sleep? Solving problems, remembering details, even holding a conversation. In Sleep Hacks Series Volume 11, we'll dive into the science of how rest affects your focus, memory, and mental sharpness. We'll break down the powerful link between quality sleep and brain performance, and share practical hacks to sharpen your mind by improving your rest. Why sleep is the foundation of mental clarity. Sleep is not just about rest, it's about transformation. Every night, while your body seems still, your brain is engaged in a powerful process of organization, repair, and optimization. Without quality sleep, mental clarity fades, memory slips, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. To understand why sleep is truly the foundation of mental clarity, we need to dive into what happens in the brain while you sleep. The first key process is memory consolidation. Throughout the day, your brain absorbs an enormous amount of information. Every conversation, every task, and every small detail you encounter leaves a trace in your mind. But not all of these memories are worth keeping. During sleep, particularly in deep non-REM stages, your brain sorts through these memories, strengthening the important ones, discarding the trivial, and connecting new knowledge to existing networks. It's like a nightly filing system that helps you remember what truly matters and discard mental clutter. REM sleep, often referred to as the dream phase, plays a critical role in creative problem-solving and emotional regulation. During REM cycles, the brain integrates emotions and experiences, helping you process stress, recover from emotional challenges, and generate creative insights. This is why, after a good night's sleep, you often wake up with new solutions to problems that seemed unsolvable the day before. Another critical function of sleep is toxin removal. The glymphatic system, a network of channels in the brain, becomes highly active during sleep. It flushes out waste products like beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. Think of it as a nightly detox session for your brain, clearing out the metabolic waste that builds up during waking hours and ensuring that your neural pathways remain clean and efficient. When sleep is cut short, these vital processes are disrupted. Without adequate deep sleep, your ability to store new memories weakens. Without sufficient REM sleep, your emotional balance suffers. You become more reactive, less resilient, and prone to anxiety or irritability. Poor sleep also impairs the brain's ability to make clear, logical decisions, leading to brain fog, reduced focus, and slower reaction times. Research has shown that just one night of inadequate sleep can reduce cognitive performance to levels comparable with mild intoxication. Chronic sleep deprivation, getting less than 6 to 7 hours of quality sleep per night, has been linked to long-term cognitive decline, reduced creativity, and even an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. The foundation of mental clarity is built on a cycle of rest and repair. When you prioritize sleep, you give your brain the space it needs to recover, learn, and grow. Your attention sharpens, your memory strengthens, and your capacity for creative thought expands. In the next section, we'll explore how each stage of sleep contributes uniquely to focus, memory, and emotional stability, and why understanding these stages can help you design the ultimate brain-friendly sleep routine. The role of sleep stages in focus and memory. To truly understand how sleep enhances your brain power, you need to look at the unique roles played by each sleep stage. Sleep is not a uniform state. It cycles through distinct phases: light sleep, deep, also called slow wave sleep, and REM, rapid eye movement sleep. each performing specialized tasks that shape your focus, learning capacity, and emotional resilience. The first stage, light sleep, acts as the gateway to the deeper restorative phases. It's during light sleep that your body starts to relax, heart rate slows, and your brain begins to disengage from the external world. Although this stage might seem less critical, it's essential for transitioning into deep sleep. Light sleep is also when the brain starts basic memory processing, forming the scaffolding on which deeper memory consolidation will build later in the night. Deep sleep, or slow-wave sleep, is where the magic of mental clarity truly begins. In this phase, the brain engages in intense repair and housekeeping. It consolidates declarative memories, facts, information, and skills you learned during the day by transferring them from short-term storage in the hippocampus to long-term storage in the neocortex. This is why a full night of sleep after studying or learning something new dramatically improves your ability to recall that information. Deep sleep is also when the lymphatic system is most active, clearing out toxins and byproducts that accumulate during the day. Then comes REM sleep, the dream phase. REM sleep is where emotional processing and creativity shine. During REM, your brain is highly active, almost as if you are awake, but your body remains paralyzed to prevent acting out dreams. This is the stage that integrates emotional experiences and helps regulate mood. If you've ever noticed feeling irritable or anxious after a night with little REM sleep, it's because your brain hasn't had time to process and neutralize emotional stress. REM sleep is also critical for problem solving and creative thinking, as the brain makes connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. What's fascinating is how these stages work together as a team. Light sleep prepares the brain, deep sleep solidifies memory and restores cognitive function, and REM sleep integrates knowledge and emotion, helping you adapt and innovate. When you wake up after a night that includes sufficient amounts of all three stages, you feel sharper, calmer, and better equipped to tackle complex tasks. Missing out on even one of these stages disrupts the entire balance. For example, lack of deep sleep can leave you mentally sluggish, unable to concentrate or retain information. A shortage of REM sleep can lead to heightened emotional reactivity, reduced creativity, and a harder time managing stress. In modern life, factors like late-night screen time, stress, and inconsistent sleep schedules often prevent us from completing full sleep cycles. On average, a person cycles through all stages of sleep every 90 minutes, and we need 4 to 6 of these cycles per night to fully reap the mental benefits. This means that even if you spend 8 hours in bed, fragmented sleep or frequent awakenings can deprive you of deep and REM sleep, leaving your brain undercharged. The good news is that by understanding the role of these stages, you can take steps to improve the quality, not just the quantity, of your sleep. In the next part, we'll dive into science-backed habits that enhance every phase of the sleep cycle, boosting brain performance and sharpening focus for the day ahead. Sleep habits that boost brain performance. Your brain's ability to focus and retain information during the day is directly tied to the quality of your sleep the night before. While understanding the science of sleep is crucial, it's the daily habits that determine how well you transition through the sleep stages that restore and enhance cognitive performance. Building consistent, science-backed sleep habits is like upgrading the operating system of your mind, making it sharper, faster, and more resilient. One of the most powerful habits is maintaining a regular sleep schedule. Your body thrives on rhythm, and when you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, yes, even on weekends, you help regulate your circadian rhythm. A stable circadian rhythm means your body knows when to release melatonin to help you fall asleep and when to boost cortisol in the morning to help you wake up alert. Even a 1-hour shift in bedtime can throw off this balance and affect mental clarity. Morning light exposure is another game changer. Natural sunlight early in the day signals to your brain that it's time to be awake and sets the internal clock for the rest of the day. This not only improves alertness, but also helps you fall asleep more easily at night. Just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight exposure within the first hour of waking can drastically improve both your daytime energy and nighttime rest. Equally important is your evening routine. Digital detoxing at least 1 hour before bed reduces blue light exposure from screens, which otherwise suppresses melatonin production. Try replacing screen time with activities that calm the mind. Reading a physical book, journaling, or practicing light stretches. Think of this as your brain's cool-down period, preparing you for deeper sleep. Nutrition also plays a role. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime, as they can disrupt the natural sleep cycle. Instead, opt for light snacks that promote relaxation, such as a small handful of almonds or a warm cup of herbal tea like chamomile. Stress management is equally vital. High levels of stress hormones like cortisol in the evening can interfere with your ability to fall asleep and move into deep and REM sleep. Incorporating relaxation techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or progressive muscle relaxation can lower stress and prime your brain for rest. Even a simple 5-minute gratitude journal before bed can shift your mindset and help quiet mental chatter. Creating the right sleep environment can't be overlooked. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Invest in blackout curtains if outside light disturbs you, and consider a white noise machine if you're sensitive to background sounds. A comfortable mattress and pillows that support your body also play a huge role in the quality of your sleep. Lastly, limit stimulants and set a wind-down alarm. Just as you set an alarm to wake up, setting one to remind you it's time to start your pre-sleep ritual helps create consistency. Over time, your brain will begin associating these habits with sleep readiness, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. In the next part, we'll take everything you've learned and show you how to design the ultimate brain-boosting sleep routine. A step-by-step evening plan that enhances memory, sharpens focus, and sets you up for maximum productivity the next day. Designing your ultimate brain-boosting sleep routine. Designing a sleep routine that strengthens mental clarity and focus isn't about perfection. It's about building a sequence of small, intentional actions that prepare your mind and body for optimal rest. By combining insights from neuroscience with practical lifestyle strategies, you can create an evening plan that helps you transition smoothly from the busyness of the day to a state of deep, restorative sleep. This section will outline a comprehensive blueprint for your ultimate brain-boosting sleep routine. Start by setting a consistent sleep and wake schedule. Your brain thrives on patterns, and going to bed at roughly the same time each night trains your body's circadian rhythm to know when it's time to sleep. Aim for a bedtime that allows you at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep, depending on your personal needs. If your current sleep schedule is irregular, adjust it gradually by 15 to 30 minutes each night until you reach your desired bedtime. The first phase of your routine should begin 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. Think of this as your wind-down window. During this time, switch from stimulating activities to calming ones. Turn off bright lights or switch to warmer lighting tones to signal to your brain that nighttime is approaching. If possible, set all screens to night mode or blue light filters. Ideally, avoid screens entirely during this window. This means no scrolling on your phone or late-night emails. The next step is engaging in a relaxing pre-bed activity. Reading a physical book, journaling your thoughts, or listening to calming music can all help ease mental tension. Journaling is especially powerful for clearing mental clutter. By writing down tomorrow's tasks or lingering worries, you free your mind from repetitive thought loops that keep you awake. This simple act helps prevent what researchers call sleep onset insomnia, caused by overthinking in bed. Incorporating mindfulness or meditation can also amplify the brain-boosting benefits of your routine. Even 5 to 10 minutes of guided meditation, deep breathing exercises, or progressive muscle relaxation can lower cortisol levels and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and digest mode. Nutrition plays a role here too. If you need a light snack before bed, opt for sleep-promoting options like yogurt with a sprinkle of nuts or a banana. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, or sugary treats close to bedtime, as these can disrupt both deep and REM sleep phases. A warm shower or bath 30 to 60 minutes before bed is another science-backed habit. It raises your body temperature slightly, and the subsequent drop after you get out signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. This temperature shift mirrors your body's natural evening rhythm. Your bedroom environment is the final piece of the puzzle. Keep the room cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius, and use blackout curtains or a sleep mask to block out light. White noise machines or soothing background sounds can help if you live in a noisy area. Make your bed a dedicated sleep zone by keeping electronics out of reach and reserving the bed only for sleep and relaxation. Once in bed, resist the temptation to scroll through your phone or watch TV. Instead, practice a short gratitude exercise. Think of 3 things you appreciated about your day. This not only reduces stress, but also conditions your brain to associate bedtime with positivity and calm. By following this structured but flexible evening plan, you create an environment and mindset that naturally promote deep rest and cognitive renewal. Over time, your brain will become more efficient at transitioning into sleep, consolidating memories, and preparing you for peak mental performance the next day. If mental sharpness and memory are important to you, this series is a must-watch. Share your favorite brain-boosting sleep tips in the comments and subscribe to the Daily Health Shift for more science-backed wellness strategies.